Hey, what is going on, guys? This is JB here, doing a Saber reveal, and obviously this is a Mace Windu hilt. This is an 89Sabers Mace Windu, and yeah, so we're going to reveal this today. This is for one of my customers. Basically, this has a Prizm 5.1. One thing about this is that it is a massive fingerprint magnet. Obviously, it's polished. So best way to clean that up is, just to get like a microfiber cloth. That'll help with that. My camera is doing something weird right now. Okay, there it goes. It was focusing on the object that was still moving. Yeah, but this is an 89 mace. It has a Prizm 5.1, and it has a Tri-Cree red, royal blue, green LED. It has GOTH 3D Padawan chassis for the mace. It's the only one available right now that he has. And it has a kill key in the pommel. Everything was assembled by me. I think the only thing he did was put the grips on himself. I put everything else together. The blade plug that it comes with has to be trimmed down for it to sit flush in the emitter. I guess that wasn't measured correctly, but yeah, it sits flush now with the rest of the hilt and the emitter, so you're good on that. So yeah, you have easy access to your recharge port down here. Here's your recharge port. I didn't have any of the kill keys from the custom Saber shop that would match well with it, so I just used one of my 3D printed ones. So you remove that there. You can throw this back on. Just so. Alright, my camera is like focusing on the, I don't know what the hell it's doing. Alright, but yeah, you have your switches are right here. This is your auxiliary. Yeah, this is your auxiliary and this is your main. So you have that. With it being with it having the Prizm 5.1, I left the default colors in there as well. And he wanted to add a couple of fonts in there. I believe it was Rogue by Mad Cow. And I also threw in another Mace Windu font in there, but I won't be covering up those. I'll let him be surprised by those on his own. This is just to show off the hilt. I've never done an 89 Sabers before. Comparing this one to the master replicas that I did earlier, this one beats it by far. I mean, the build was a lot easier. Obviously, the switch section is so much better. Like, it's just a lot easier to do. Underneath these, there's actually a switch housing, and that goes underneath. It gets screwed in place, and you have tack switches there that have these metal. They're just like metal covers that clamps, and they're bent a certain way, so you push them down and they click. And you have tack switches underneath that, so you guys can hear that on the aux right there. The rubber grips feel really nice. This right here feels really good too. Just get close-ups of that. There is some like adhesive and stuff that you kind of see that came the way it was. Not really too much of an issue, at least for me. But yeah, you can have your SD card access here by removing the body I went ahead and painted the chassis with some enamel paint, as you guys can see there. Camera is not doing a good job focusing right now. Yeah, so like I said, this is GOTH 3D's Padawan chassis for this hilt. So you have your recharge port here and your Prizm. Get your Prizm. It has a 20mm bass speaker. I covered it up with some hot glue just right there because the vibrations was just too crazy and I was getting a lot of false clashes from the vibration of the speaker. I went ahead and also lowered it down to the volume down to 3. I decreased the gate value to about 15 from the default because usually that's how we do our Prizm installs. We reduce the gate to 15 and you have way better way better sensitivity on your swings. Out of the box, the Prizm, I believe it should be at 15 because it just feels so smooth when you're swinging it. You know, it feels natural. So that's the only thing I really changed. All the colors are on the defaults. He'll go ahead and change anything if he needs to. It's not too hard. So there's your access to your chassis and your SD card whenever you want to change stuff. So you just slide this back on, screw it back in. Nice and tight. Alrighty. So this is your activation again. Always try and hit the switch at the top because that's where it gets pressed down. As you can see, there's like a slight slant up here, and that's just because the switch is up here. So here's one of the preset purples that it comes with, and you have your blaster sounds, auxiliary, lockup, and your force effect. Try to get it. There it is again. So you got your force effect right there. Hold down the aux to change fonts. So this purple looks pretty good. It's one of the default ones. There's 2 of them. I'll go ahead and switch the colors in a second. And if you want to change the delay on there, it's a bolt setting. All you have to do is basically just delete the values of the bolts, and it won't have the delay on the blaster fire. But if you want to have it like that, you can. I'll leave it like this. It's not too hard to change. You can see the delay right there. So yeah, if you want to change that, just go ahead and change it. It's in the bolt file, config file. So let me go ahead and change some of the colors so you guys can see what they look like. Unfortunately, I don't have a 7/8 blade. I really need to get one so I can show off hilts that have 7/8 blade holders. Alright, so this is like a hot pink color. Not sure if the camera will pick that up. Here is red by itself. I believe that's... Oh, that's like the crimson color. It has a little bit of blue in there. There's red by itself. And we're going into the oranges now. There's your orange. There's yellow. You got your lime. And your green. And you got your cyans. More cyans. Here's your royal blue. And your purples start to come back. So that's the purple that I had it on. So yeah, so those are all the default colors basically. These are held in with adhesive tape that came with the hilt, the switches that is, and these gold pieces here. This one, I talked to other people who did an install on these, and they said that it came with tape for this piece as well. But this one did not come with any tape whatsoever, so I did epoxy this to the internal piece, because the internal piece is exposed in here. That piece holds the LED module inside, as well as the switches and the switch holder that's in there. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this saber. It's a very nice hilt. I definitely recommend it. It's very easy to install. No problems on this end. Probably would like to get one for myself in the future. It's a very nice hilt to show off with the gold and everything like that. So yeah, Grant, this is your 89 Mace Windu saber. It's being shipped out to you in a couple of days, and I hope you enjoy it. Laters, guys.